Welcome to the Crewcast, the Crew's live podcast about video games and all things Crew. Join us and many of your favorite crew members as we review games, talk about the new Crew series, answer your questions, and much more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of the Crewcast.
Welcome to Crewcast episode 14. Today is the 17th of the 8th, 2013. We have Belbuzz, Sarah, Gizmo, Piper Bunny, and me, Danny, and we're going straight into the main news.
Alright, first topic. Piper should be quite excited about this one. GTA Online announced.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
who wants to give a little summary of the GTA Online? What was announced?
Oh God, yes.
Alright, guys, go ahead.
Well, it's going to be a 16-player world, I believe, and it's constantly changing and stuff with the things that you do. So you can do tons of stuff. They've got actual sort of built-in activities you can do that I saw, like racing and shooting and stuff, bank robberies and stuff, heists, and loads of other cool stuff. But also the usual kind of free roaming stuff, and it just looks so awesome. You can customize your character with money and stuff, and you can get, what's the word?
An apartment.
An apartment, yeah. Customized vehicles. What's the word I'm looking
And you can
for?
set up like missions for people to do and things
Yeah,
like
you
that
can
as well.
make missions and stuff.
An
And
editor.
Yep.
What?
An editor.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Editor. And it just looks awesome. And they have said as well that it's going to be starting based on GTA 5, but they are open to maybe incorporating more areas and possibly more places in the globe and things from the past games as well.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Which
Just to
sounds
go
amazing.
through a few of the bullet points on it here. Living online world, character customization, multiplayer only missions, can form crews with other players, mini games like arm wrestling,
Oh, I laughed when it said form a crew. I was like,
co-op heists have been confirmed, own property, garage for all types of vehicles, content creator tools for races and death matches. Online will have story and character. They'll be continuously developing online content. The 16-player limit comes with free with retail copies of GTA 5, which launches October 1st. That's kind of the main stuff. There's a lot of stuff being talked about on this.
I just want my own little house and then I can move into it and like lock the doors and not let Gizmo come in.
Well,
then
I mean,
shoot
it'll
a
be
gun through my
interesting.
window.
I mean, I don't think have they even given a release date for the PC? Because I'm assuming
mentioned anything about PC.
this right now is all console.
Oh, well that sucks.
Yeah,
they did say that GTA 5 is going to be on PC, didn't they?
Yeah, but they've really, for everything I've seen in the news, they've always backtracked about a date. It's going to be, I'm assuming for right now, it's going to be 360, PS3, and then obviously come out for the Xbox One and the PS4. But right now, there's no official date for PC.
Yeah, it's probably going to be long before it's out.
So is anyone here going to want to play it, or are you guys going to play it console-wise?
I would. I play GTA 4 on my Xbox.
I probably would actually.
If I had a console to play on, I definitely would put so many hours into that.
I'd give it a go, definitely. I mean, I'm a huge fan of GTA 3, and GTA 4 I kind of was like going to uni and stuff, so I didn't have anything to play it on, and I got serious about studying rather than playing games, unfortunately. And then so I missed out on that. So I would like to get into GTA 5.
Well, hopefully we'll hear more news as we get closer about the PC version. Because I know, obviously, I think the PC is still the best platform to play some types of games on, especially multiplayer persistent type stuff. Because honestly, it has to be hosted. When we're talking just console, all these persistent worlds are hosted by them because there's no other way to do it. You can't host a persistent world on your 360 or on your PS3. So for the consoles, I mean, it's a guaranteed. I don't know if there's. I mean, since there has been no talk about PC, who knows if when the PC version comes out, if PC people will be able to run their own servers. I doubt it. Be nice if you could play amongst all the consoles and PCs could all play together, but we know that'll never happen.
No, that would be a dream. I hate that consoles and PCs and can't play together. It bugs me greatly.
But anyway, let's move on. Speaking of consoles, and we already mentioned the Xbox One with GTA. The Xbox One no longer requires the Kinect to function. Now,
Hallelujah.
this doesn't mean that it's still not bundled with the console. I know a lot of people are fearing that Microsoft's going to offer a $100 cheaper version without the Kinect, and I think that would be a major mistake. Granted, it would put the price on par with the PS4, but then you're going to have developers not as concerned about developing for the Kinect because they don't know if it's going to be there or not. At least right now, developers know every console is going to have the Kinect. So, but what do you guys think? Obviously, Gizmo is a big fan of this not being there, having to be connected because Gizmo is afraid that he'll be spied on.
I just don't get the whole Kinect thing. I'm not a big fan of the whole motion movement thing. It's funny, interesting as well to see that they're backtracking again on something they said.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I mean, good for them for seeing that they got a lot of hate and they're trying to at least be liked. They're like that kid in school who wants to be liked but just says the wrong things all the time, and then finally decides to say the right things at the wrong times. Too little, too late, really.
I think Microsoft is a very hated company in general. Some things rightfully so, other things wrongfully so. And I think they made some definite poor decisions with this 24-hour check-in and things, and made them look bad. A lot of people are jumping on the Microsoft hate bandwagon just to hate Microsoft. The whole Kinect thing is a joke. I laugh at anyone who really thinks that having the Kinect plugged in is going to be an issue. They're going to spy on us, and these people have computers. Do you think who's going to spy on you first? Microsoft or hackers who have already infected your guys' computers multiple times and had spyware and Trojan horses installed that could take control of your computer, monitor things about where you go, listen through your microphone, use your camera. Your computer is more of a security risk for hackers, and if the governments wanted to spy on you, they could do it. Same thing with your cell phones. There are ways, backdoors in some cell phones that the government can actually start listening through your speaker or your microphone. Uh, Capabilities are there more so on much other devices that people don't even complain about. The PC more so because the PC is open to anybody hacking it. Your Xbox is one of the more secure things for you. Your PS3 is one of the more secure things for you because it's a lockdown operating system. You don't get spyware and Trojan horses and viruses on your console. So it's a safer environment. So I think the whole, it's going to spy on me. I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well,
End of
I'm not
rant.
going to be connected to the internet anymore.
I mean, they don't want to watch you. If the government wants to spy on you, whoever's government it may be, they can spy on you in so many ways. But I think your Xbox One is going to be one of the last ways they spy on you. And I can't wait for the Xbox One to come out.
Aww.
Dead Rising. All right, Piper, get excited. Next subject. Female soldiers have been added to Call of Duty Ghosts.
That's a good thing for all female gamers, but I've played Call of Duty, so I don't know if it's a good thing or not. I mean, it is a good thing, but I don't know, will it make me play it more, do you think? Will it
Well,
make me
it's
play
an
it at all?
immensely popular series compared to, say, Arma. Um, they're
Okay.
different. They're different. I would say Call of Duty would be more compared to you playing gun games in Arma. Maybe Danny would have other feedback on it.
Yeah, gun game in Arma is pretty much a gun game in Black Ops or Modern Warfare, same Call of Duties, same
Call
pretty
of
much all
Duty,
of them.
yeah, Call of Duty's more about the multiplayer. It's more about fast action, run around, kill. It may not be realistic warfare. It's just lots of running and shooting. Now they do have the zombie mode, which I think Piper would really enjoy, where it's more think of Killing Floor, but you're more holed up versus free roaming. And it's the zombie onslaught is going to get you eventually. It's not a matter of reaching the patriarch. It's a matter of how long can you stay alive, how many waves.
Sounds interesting.
So I mean, I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
this
I'm
is
all up
good.
for playing for it, especially if there's a female character. And I think Arma 3 should listen to what Call of Duty are doing and get me a female character.
Well, it was interesting to read the article, and I'll put links to all the articles that we're kind of referring to, and there's many on all these topics. But one of the things that they said was they wanted to add a female character to Call of Duty, but it wasn't as simple as just reskinning the male characters. They actually wanted to do it right. They didn't want to have it to where you could play just like a one female character. It maybe didn't look right. It kind of looked male maybe in the proportions. They wanted to have you have more options. You could change skin colors. You could change different things. So they actually had to motion capture, I think, a female versus using the male motion captures. So I mean, that was one
Okay.
of their things was, we wanted to do it because people have asked for it, and it's time we've done it. But we wanted to do it right so that it's just not a gimmick to make women happy, but it's more of like, yeah, here you go. It's a female as best we could do. This is what you get. They're actually going to do it right and let you have customizable features.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see anything wrong with adding female characters to a game because, females play games too. So, yeah, it's by me. Sounds good.
All right, so let's move on to our crew news. And I think Giz has got the first one.
So we just had our 24-hour live stream, our latest one. Not for charity this time. This was a fun end of summer type one for the fans and just to play some fun games. We didn't actually do the whole 24 hours. We did about 22 hours, I think. There was quite a few issues, but I think it turned out pretty good. There was a problem with the Twitch page starting late or something because we couldn't connect or something. It was very bizarre. But there was at least there was 500 or 600 people at one point, and there was definitely 100 people that stayed with us for those whole 22 hours. So thank you to those guys, and we hope you had fun because I had fun. I enjoyed it.
And we have
Yeah.
been looking at the live stream build world, and we are locking down our votes for who we think are our top three. And we'll have top three honorable mentions. The top three will be able to pick a Steam game under $50. And I think Piper and Giz are going to work on a video announcing those winners.
Yes.
All right, so the next segment in news here about the crew is our hardcore crew channel is live. Now it's been live for over a year and a half, 2 years, but it's not really had any videos on it since a couple Killing Floor videos we threw up there. Originally, the hardcore crew was intended to be a channel that we could put pretty much anything that was a violent game, that had language maybe or other things in it. And that's kind of what we're going to use it for. We're still going to show Killing Floor. We're still going to show Arma and stuff on our main channel. But we're going to start playing some games that might be a little edgier. We're not going to be running around dropping the F-bomb and all that stuff. That's not our style and not, what we do. The games might do that. The games might show, partial nudity, like Serious Sam with the weird winged female creatures that are topless. We're not going to edit out the game's content, so you won't hear bleeps for stuff on that. So, I mean, we're not going to do a lot of stuff on that channel, probably maybe 2 videos a week if things go smoothly. We'll have to see. We're not going to really start until next week. This basically the week after this podcast airs. So if you want to see us playing some other games that are a little bit more edgy and you're old enough or your parents are okay with it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'll put a link in the description of the video and in the podcast. Subscribe to it. Any games you guys here crew-wise would want to see played on that?
Payday.
Piper,
I didn't
Danny?
play bad games. So
GTA 4, GTA 4.
yeah, GTA 4.
So what's it called? The other one.
No,
GTA
I'm not
4
playing
esque
that
one.
game.
What's it called? With the what's it
Oh,
called, Danny?
I thought you were talking about
It was
the other
banned
one
in
that you
it was
tried to
banned in
get me to
Australia.
play.
Yeah, I
Saints
am.
Row.
Saints Row. Yeah,
I'm
Saints
not
Row.
playing that game.
Whatever you are. You are.
Not.
You are.
That's beyond. That would make me blush the whole time I'm
You
playing it. So
are.
no.
So I mean, we're going to try to do some stuff on there. It's not going to have the aggressive schedule. We're putting up videos a day like the main channel. It's going to be different, different games, maybe a couple a week if things go well, and we'll see how people like it. But let us know. I mean, comments in this video, go over to that channel, subscribe, and post on the current Serious Sam that I put up there, and say, hey, play blah, play blah, play blah, and we'll look into it. We just want to do some other stuff. I mean, for me, I'm a huge first-person shooter fan, so there's a lot of first-person shooters and games in that genre that I'd like to play, and frequently a lot of those are um, violent, more so than other games, or maybe they just have a lot of foul language by the NPCs or the characters in cutscenes and stuff. So it's a lot of a pain to edit and have to bleep out things or blur things. It's just not fun from an editing standpoint. I did it before because I want to keep the main crew channel free of that stuff, because we do have a large fan base that is younger, and I get a lot of PMs, messages and things from people saying, hey, we appreciate, we're a parent, we appreciate that people can watch your channel and not worry about, as a parent, that they're going to hear things that they shouldn't. So we're going to continue that with the crew channel, but check out the Hardcore Crew channel and subscribe if it's something that interests you. All right, last crew news segment, and that's talking about the vote on our forum about the new server type and kind of the infestation server too. I think that was Piper.
Yeah. So in our forum, you've pretty much said it. We've got a poll under the crew servers section, and we would like you to vote on what you want us to do server-wise. Basically, you either going to vote for the supernatural servers. We'll set up a new one with like the supernatural mod and do all the. Have we put the church in yet?
Yeah, the church is in. I mean, what we
Yeah.
would probably do if the supernatural thing is what people want, which we've been calling the infestation server, which is kind of because that was the original plugin I was going to use, and I switched. So it's kind of inappropriate, not inappropriate, bad, but it's not really what we're running. But we would probably set up a new one and try to really add more plugins that might kind of round it all out. But it would be a complete wipe.
Second option is we've had a few people who are interested in Feed the Beast, so maybe we'll do a Feed the Beast world. We have done a Tekkit one in the past, and it limited quite a lot of people, so I don't know. I haven't looked at the results yet to see what people have put. And then the third option is Tekkit. So we might bring back a Tekkit world if people want to play that.
Welcome to.
And don't forget
And
the fourth option.
the fourth option, people would like a generic survival world like Chaos back. And if I click on the results, let me have a look and see.
It's going to be
At the
surprising.
moment, yeah, at the moment, well, obviously we filmed this like 2 days ago from when you're hearing it. And Supernaturals has got 20 votes, and generic survival world like Chaos has got 20 votes as well. Interesting.
And how many votes did Tekkit and Feed the Beast have?
Feed the Beast has got 9, and Tekkit has got 8.
So if you're a fan of those latter two, the Tekkit and Feed the Beast, you need to get on and vote, because right now not a lot of love. People seem to prefer really the infestation server, the supernatural server, is really a lot like Chaos. It's just got the added classes, where you're a human, where you're a ghoul, where you're a vampire, werewolf, and all that stuff.
Adds something to it.
So it's pretty much a Chaos-like world with just that. But I mean, we'll see if people overwhelmingly want Chaos back. We'll bring back a Chaos-like world. And this is also, don't forget, we still have the game world with all the game stuff like Capture the Flag, Death Cube, Mob Arena, Spleef, Extreme Grass Growing, all that stuff. We have to talk to Swippen maybe about Jump, trying to do something for Jump.
Oh, yeah. Flippin', if you're listening.
And then we have the RPG server, the test right now for Moonvale, which seems like people are getting more active on the Infestation server right now than they are on Moonvale. So we'll have to kind of see, do people really want Moonvale? It's like
Yes.
you guys seem to be really enjoying Infestation and Chaos type worlds. So shout out in the videos if you like the RPG Moonvale type stuff, because we're all about trying to give you guys what you want, what the masses want. But we'll put links to the forum thread talking about this. We'll put links to the vote so you can go vote on which one you like. Okay, but let's move on because we're running long as always. Our main segment. Now this one's going to be possibly a little controversial. I'll be curious to see what our viewers and everything have to say about this, and if any of you are in this group. But what do you guys think about when is excessive gaming and being online all the time going too far? And of course, do any of you feel like you're already in that boat, or any of you feel like some of the crew are in that boat? So what do you guys think? When does it get out of hand? When is it like spending too much time playing games, too much time online, and not part of quote unquote the real world?
When I haven't seen my parents for days on end. I don't live with them, so that, different. But like, if I haven't seen, I go see them like once a week, and if I, obviously we had the for our live stream, so I didn't go last week. I was kind of like, oh, I haven't seen them. Then my mum starts texting me. She's like, Piper, are you okay? I haven't seen you for a while. I had lunch with her today, so that was fine. But that would be my first sign, I think. And then the
Your
whole,
barometer is basically playing or seeing your parents. If you play too much,
yeah, I think so. I mean, that's all crew stuff as well as just playing games online. That's like editing videos and everything that we do.
Gizmo's looking at the ground, so I'm wondering what Gizmo's thinking.
I'm sorry, I was listening. I was making patterns on the floor. The guy who was playing, like, was it World of Warcraft or something, or StarCraft or something, the Asian guy, and he died while playing League of Legends. He died while playing it because he was playing it for so long or whatever, and no one noticed for like a whole day or something.
Yeah, he was sat there for like 7 hours.
Like, that is the.
I bet it was his
That is
online
too
friends
much.
that noticed first.
There's been deaths in World of Warcraft from people who have just basically given up hygiene, given up everything. I mean, it happens. People become addicted. I mean, obviously that's like the super extreme. I mean, to me, if you get that far to where you actually, lose your life because of, taking care of basic necessities, like eating and moving,
Yeah.
that's a problem. But I think you were at a point where people should have noticed that there was a problem way before that.
You'd hope.
But that's one thing I see sometimes. It's like, you know, obviously as a parent, that's something you want to look for. I mean, I always try with Lizzie to say, if you've got friends that want to play and you're going to do stuff outside or go over to a friend's house, do that. And people are always like, why isn't Lizzie on this video? Why isn't Lizzie on that? Because a lot of times, Danny obviously had to go leave to do something. I'd rather her play and interact and do things with her friends here near her than spend all of her time online or watching videos or playing games. But I think that's the thing that people just have to do. At least for me, it's if it gets to a point where all your friends are online and that's where you spend all your time, then you might want to take a step back and just look and say, maybe I need to get out a little bit more, or get in touch with some of the friends that maybe your friends who are upset, maybe wondering what happened to you. Maybe it's time to get back in touch with them and say, hey, let's go to a movie. Let's go toilet paper Piper's house.
No!
All my friends are online. I have no friends in real life. Lol.
Gizmo, I think we need to have an intervention.
I don't like people.
Next week,
I'm
on
not,
the Crewcast, intervention with Gizmo.
I don't socialize in real life. People annoy me.
Oh. But we're going to meet in real life.
No, I have some friends.
That's going to be weird.
I mean,
what's going to happen when your online life collides with reality, Giz? Are you going to blow up?
You? I'm more concerned
I'll be
about
fine.
you.
I'll be fine with it. I've met Alicia, it's fine.
That's Alicia. Then again, that's Alicia.
Well, I mean, the thing that worries me sometimes is, you see maybe a fan who posts on a video or on the forum talking about how they don't have any friends, um, or all their friends are online. And as a parent, that would worry me, and as their parent, if I was their parent, I'd be like really worried, and hopefully, I would think I wouldn't let it get to that. Um, but I mean, you just you can't live online all the time. You definitely, I mean, as you grow up, you're going to eventually get thrust into the real world. I mean, eventually you need to do something. Eventually you need to work, find a job. Um, you don't want to be not prepared for that. I mean, because life itself and working is a very social thing. Danny just got back from hanging out with his friends, so he's ready. Let's move on. Kids, get up out of your seats, get some exercise, play, have fun, and adults do the same thing.
Yep.
All right, our deals of the week. First off, and this is a great, great, great deal. Hopefully, one of you guys, as I'm talking about this, has the page up and can say what games are in it.
I do.
Yes,
So,
I do.
the Humble Origin Bundle is out right now. And what games are included in the bundle?
Dead Space, Burnout Paradise, Crisis 2, Dead Space 3, Medal of Honor, Mirror's Edge, Sims 3 Starter Pack, and Battlefield 3.
Now, I think in order to get Battlefield 3 and Sims, don't you have to beat the minimum of like
Yes.
$4.71?
Yeah.
Whatever it might be now. I think that's what it was when I last looked, but that fluctuates. It may say it in pounds for you. I don't know.
Mine says dollars.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's
So,
just dollars
so
too.
roughly, at a minimum, if you pay $5, you'll get all of those games. Many of them are Steam codes. Some are Steam and Origin. Some are just Origin. Origin is EA's version of Steam in a sense. Works the same way. Uh, well worth it. You can all the proceeds. EA and Origin are taking nothing from this. All of the proceeds go to charity. I think minus like 1 point some percent that goes to the Humble Bundle staff for processing and probably paying for the website and data for handling all the orders and all that stuff. So almost every bit of it goes to charity. But those are some really, really, really good games. And I want the crew to do some Battlefield 3, so this will be a way to possibly do that. But some great, great, great games. Except for Sims 3.
Don't diss Sims. I love Sims 3. It's awesome.
And
Did I really
also,
just say diss? Oh my god.
going back to our previous topic, don't think if you exercise your Sims, that counts as exercise. Okay. One company that we haven't done a lot of love for lately, deal-wise, and they always have some great deals, is GOG. They're having a weekend promo with a bunch of D&D game sales, uh, basically RPG games. I don't know if anyone has that one up and can rattle off. I know they have stuff like Neverwinter Nights 2, Baldur's Gate, but there's a lot of really good RPGs, and some of those are multiplayer.
I don't, sorry.
So I'll put a link to both of those and check them out. I've got all the games from their one RPG bundle, the whatever the big one is. One very cool thing too about GOG, if you've bought games on GOG before, and say you've bought some of the games that are in a bundle, they reduce the price of the bundle because you already own some of the games.
And that's cool.
And that is really nice because with Steam, almost in all cases with Steam, if you buy a bundle and you've already got some of the games, you just lose them. You don't get them as giftable unless they have separate Steam codes. But a lot of times you'll get like one Steam code for an entire bundle, or like if you buy a pack during a Steam sale, it won't discount. But GOG will say, hey, you own this, you own that, you own this, so we'll take that out of it, and you only have to pay this much. So it actually is nice.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so let's move on to our questions. Now, our first one comes from Abby 101 Lay. And the question is, during the summer, what is your favorite thing to do other than gaming? This kind of gets into the other topic about getting out and doing stuff. So, Piper, favorite thing to do in the summer other than gaming?
Well, for me, it's not much different. Summer, winter, I have to work anyway. So, reading my book, and I guess in the summer when it's sunny weather, I do try to do some more geocaching than usual.
Well, now geocaching is something you just started doing recently in about the last year. I mean, did you do anything
Yeah,
different
June
before
last year.
geocaching?
Um, Trying to think. Not really. No, I just used to read my book a lot. I'm a bit of a bookworm.
So at least geocaching is getting you out in the world now.
I travel a lot. Well, once a year for my
Yeah.
holiday, if that counts when it's summer.
No, no, that's a hobby. That's
Go
something
see
to
my
do.
sister, kind of thing. Go different places, yeah.
All right, Danny, what about you? Summer.
I like to watch sport, so I watch the tennis when tennis is on at Wimbledon. I play tennis sometimes. I do like to get out and play a bit of sport when I can.
You're a
That's what
big
I like to
sport
do.
buff, aren't you?
Yeah, I love my sport. That's what I like to do during the summer.
Okay, Giz.
Um, During the summer, for the past few years, I do a show in a week with some children and stuff. So we put on a show in a week, basically. And that's what I kind of do during the summer. I spend my summer in the theatre
Okay.
with the door wide open because it's broiling hot in the room.
All right,
That's my
Sarah.
summer thing.
I like to spend a lot of time with my friends and family, just enjoying the weather and just having family fun days out and chilling out with each other.
Okay. Well, for me, summer is about vacation, going different places. I love camping. Um, so that's a big hobby there. I mean, I enjoy, like we talked about racquetball. I enjoy sports. So I play a lot of racquetball, but I can do that year round because that's an indoor thing. Um, so for me, the most hated thing about summer, spring and summer, is yard work. I hate yard work.
Oh,
This year was the first year where I was like, I'm so busy, I don't have the time, and I just paid a landscaper to come out and take all the weeds out and trim everything back. It's like I don't have the time for that, but I still, I mow and I do, the trimming, edging and stuff every week. This summer's been very rainy, so the grass has grown quite a bit. So it's like I have to mow more than once a week. So that's a hobby I don't like in the summer and spring, but you got to do it. But I
yeah.
enjoy camping, vacation, sports in general. All right, so let's move on. This one is a loaded question, and it's from Sturmovik Rules XX. Did you guys enjoy the 24-hour live stream, and was it worth it?
Ugh.
No, it was good fun. Mostly, there were a few parts that could have gone smooth. I
We
think we
had a
all
lot of
agree.
technical difficulties this
Yeah, there was
time.
lots of technical difficulties, lots of people being tired.
I don't
Ironically
remember
though,
much.
Piper said this live stream is probably one of the best ones we've done. But yeah,
Yeah, well, no, not
it's the one
best.
we
I said
finished
it's
early.
probably one of the easiest ones.
But
Like, mentally thinking, when you do 24 hours, for me before the first two we've done, it was like, oh God, first hour's just gone. Oh God, the second hour, we've got like 22. But this one, it was kind of like, oh, so we've got 8 hours
I think
left. We're
that
going
was
to play a bit of
just.
games. You're going to, and I was more relaxed about it.
I think it was
That's what I
just
meant by
you
that
then.
comment.
It was
That was
just
just
you that
me.
had that. Yeah, I think a lot of people were
But
tired this time.
nobody was counting down though. That's the thing. We didn't have
No,
anybody saying, "Oh no, we've only got like 2 hours left." But we didn't because we finished early because we were really tired. But
it went quite quick though. So
yeah, it did.
Yeah, I mean, I think from a standpoint of for the viewers, it went very well. I mean, we may not have done some things that people wanted to see because we had technical issues with Cube World. Uh, Twitch was acting really weird with us. They have a bug where it thinks you're streaming even though you're not, so you have to wait for a half hour for it to time out, and that occurred right at the start. So we actually started a half hour late. But I think for everybody playing and watching, it went very well. We had a lot of things that went well. I mean, for me, it was nice that Danny extra Piper, Giz could stream, so I didn't have to stream as many things as I've had to in the past for 24-hour live streams. And as you guys have probably seen, it's kind of hectic sometimes when you're getting a stream set up and trying to make sure you got everything set right. And then if there's a little problem, everybody's like whining. So it's nice to have other people helping with the streaming too. So that was great. We played a lot of good games. I got tired near the end, and I think we all started getting kind of tired for the most part. And we were, we were gonna do whose block is it anyway, but I'm just like, that's not gonna work because we're all tired.
No.
My
Yeah.
brain doesn't work when I'm tired.
I mean, that's a hard thing to do in general, but when you're tired, it doesn't work very well. And we were gonna do Spleef also, but people could play Spleef while we were doing the other stuff, with capture the flag and things. So we kind of cut those two off at the very end. But it was a lot of fun. But I think what we're gonna do in the future, if we do a 24-hour charity live stream, any charity live stream we do is going to be 24 hours, and we're only going to do like one of those a year. But I think what we're going to start doing, it was suggested by a viewer, and I forget who it was. They didn't want me to mention them for whatever reason anyway. They said, do a 6 to 8 hour stream with a theme.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do like an 8-hour stream that's like, could be a DayZ stream where we play different DayZs. Could be Minecraft mini games, where we go through a bunch of Minecraft mini games. It could be strategy games, where everybody except me plays strategy games.
Oh
for 8
god,
hours.
8-hour AoE session. No, wait, hang on. No rush for 4 hours. No rush 4 hours. AoE
Giz,
2
did
1
you just
game.
hear what he's just said? Everybody except me.
I'm not a strategy game fan. I have no problem. I have no problem with us doing an 8-hour strategy game marathon. I just won't be in any of them. I'll sit back and watch the chat and heckle.
You can commentate.
I just, those games, it's too much work. I mean, I can't stand sitting watching somebody bang on a rock and bring me pieces of gold.
Stone.
And then, yes, sir. And they go off and do it. It's like, I want a gun, and I want to be able to run around and be the master of my own fate. So I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to try to do maybe shorter live streams, maybe more often, where they're, maybe it's something we do on a Saturday night or a Friday night, maybe once a month or something. I mean, I don't know. We haven't really talked about it yet. I don't know what the right number is, but maybe start taking ideas from people about ideas for like themes. I mean, I think we'll definitely do like a DayZ theme. We'll definitely do like a Minecraft mini games theme. But we'll come up with other stuff. Strategy game theme, I think, makes sense for people play. I guess. I guess Worms is a strategy game, right?
Sort of, yeah. Action strategy type.
But maybe AOE, Worms, LOL, stuff like that, all mixed together. But we'll come up with some stuff. I mean, the one thing for us, and this is something that would be great to get you guys' feedback on. When we play some games, a lot of times it seems like people are just in the chat to talk and want to talk with us, but they don't really seem to be as interested in the game. And I don't know if that's in general, no matter what we play, if it's more social, the live streaming, and you don't really care what we're playing. Sometimes we get people who are the exact opposite. As soon as we load up something that's not whatever they want, boring.
Yeah.
So what do people, do people want us to do, an 8-hour DayZ marathon or a Minecraft mini games, or, if it's not something where everybody who's watching can play, it seems like, which is never going to happen. People start saying they're bored or they want to see something else, or people just want to ask us questions and talk and they're not paying attention to the game. What do you guys, do you guys really care? It's as long as we're playing something and interacting, you don't really care what we're doing. What do you guys think on that subject?
Do a lot of Q&As.
We get asked a lot about colors, favorite food.
What's your favorite color? How many times have I answered this before?
Red.
It's a way of eating.
It's a way of getting everyone involved, though.
Yeah, well, the negative to it is when it becomes a Q&A session or a lot of talk unrelated to the game, it really destroys taking that content and putting it on YouTube. Nobody wants to see a YouTube video with hearing me say, "Blue, Fred," or "Pizza," and they're like, they don't know what's being asked, or it just takes away from the actual gameplay, which I think it takes away somewhat potentially when live streaming. So it's a mixed bag. There's pluses and minuses all over. But I'm just curious what you guys out there think. All right, let's do our last question. And this comes from 2002 Addy 11. How can I get my mom and dad to like Minecraft? Now this one, I don't know for sure the angle for this question. Is it that you want your mom and dad to play Minecraft with you? Or is it that you want them to buy it, like it so they'll buy it so that you can play it? So I think we have to kind of look at it from both angles because I don't know for sure which way this is going. So let's take the first angle of if it's just they want to be able to buy Minecraft and they have to get their parents to like it. How could a kid go about that, guys?
I would recommend you show them the Minecraft teacher. I don't know if you guys have seen him. I think his name is
Yes,
Joel.
I love him. Love him.
He is amazing. I think he must teach like a private school or something because I can't imagine public schools over here doing it. But like he uses Minecraft to teach kids how to do computer skills, and it's fascinating watching. Like he comes up with his own maps of like how to, use the arrow keys and how to. I don't know if he's gone on to like coding or stuff like that because I don't understand any of that. But it is amazing, and like getting them to interact and get them to do team things, and so that's quite cool. And I was quite interested to see that. So maybe if your parents see it from an educational point of view, maybe they'll like it a bit more.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would also say like a lot of young kids play with Legos, and
Yeah.
you could tell your parents, say, hey, this is in a sense like having Legos on the computer. You can do more, obviously, and I won't be leaving blocks on the floor that you step on and scream at me for. Um, but I mean, you could show them that you can be very creative with the game. You can show them some of the things people have built with it. Some of these beautiful worlds, these beautiful houses, recreating lands from real worlds, like say Paris maybe or whatever. There's all kinds of great stuff out there. Creating the Game of Thrones world or the Enterprise. Show them how creative people can be with this and how you can use your mind for that. If you're a kid who wants to get into computers as maybe something you do like programming, show them some of the videos out there with some of the computer things that have been built where somebody's actually built a working 8-bit computer with Redstone. Um, you can do so much with Minecraft. Show them the educational parts of it and show them the creative parts of it. And in a sense, it's like electronic Legos if you want to get as basic as possible, which maybe sometimes you have to do if your parents aren't very savvy. Um, but it's not a video game like some of the ones that parents like. I don't want you playing these video games that are violent or these video games that just corrupt your mind. Some parents think video games will corrupt your mind. Show them the good parts about it. Some people might say, well, look, there's zombies you can fight and kill. That's bad. Stick with the creative parts of it. Um, Show that to them. And hopefully, if you tell your parents it's just something that interests you, you'd like to play it, you'd like to learn it, and be part of the community and just show all the creative stuff that's been done. If they see that, hopefully, if they can afford it, because obviously it costs money, they can get it for you. Now let's look at the other angle. What about trying to get your parents to play it with you, if that's what this
Oh, I've
person's
been
talking
there.
about?
I tried to get my dad to play it with me, and he plays games and stuff, and he has a Raspberry Pi, and he likes doing all this, not exactly coding, but like programming and stuff, and maybe that is coding, I don't know. But like, so oh yeah, that'd be really cool, and get my dad on. So I managed to get him as far as going to Minecraft.net and making an account, but somebody had already taken his username, and that was it. He had it. He was like, "Oh, if I can't be that person, I'm not going to play." And I was like, "No." So yeah, I need answers to that question. How can I get my dad to play?
Well, you're at a loss, Piper. Your dad's probably too old. You don't live at home, so I think it's going to be tough for you. Um, young
Never too
kids,
old to play Minecraft.
young kids who want to try to get your parent to play it with you. Um, First off, just ask if they'll sit down with you and play. If that doesn't work, maybe approach them with that you need help. Even if you don't need help, maybe just say, hey, can you help me? I'm having a lot of trouble with this. It's really frustrating me, and I just like some help. If you can figure out a way to get them on with you, maybe that's just the start. Some parents may already have a red flag about they don't want to play a video game, but if you can get them at the keyboard, maybe after a few minutes they actually like it. You might even find that they push you away from the keyboard and mouse and take over, and then you may not get your computer back. But try to figure out a way to get them at least on there to help you. Even if you don't need help, act like you need help. If they start helping you, even if you're an expert, say, "Wow, I never thought of that." Encourage them. Grease them up a little bit. Maybe that will get them interested. It's tough because some parents are very anti-games or computers and gaming, and it can be a tough hurdle. If worse comes to worse, you should just be happy if you're in the situation where you have Minecraft. Hey, at least your parents bought it for you. They may not play it, but hey, at least you have it, and you can play it, and you can do whatever you want in all the different communities that are out there. Just try to get your parents. Ask them to sit with you, ask them to help you, if that's the way you want. If you want to have them buy it for you, just show them the educational aspects, the creative aspects, and hopefully they can help you out. But anyway, that wraps up this episode of the Crewcast. So if you guys want to say goodbye, we will head out.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching the Crewcast. We hope you tune in again next time. Compass.